as I haphazardly navigate this parking lot of doom over here, and then attempt to go the back way around by the movie theater, I want to talk to you about commuting on a motorcycle, which I think is ironic because I'm on a Grom right now. So, commuting on a bike. First and foremost, is it something you should do? Absolutely. Especially if you live in a metro area like I do, commuting on a motorcycle is a absolutely great idea. What are you doing, bro? So, if you live in a city, commuting on a motorcycle is a great idea for a few reasons. One, gas savings. You are going to save so much money on gas that, you know, it's gonna help your pocket out a ton, you know, unless you've got a $400 a month motorcycle payment. But you know, try to avoid that. And if you want to know more about that, see my video up in the corner about purchasing a motorcycle. But I think that the ability to ride to work every day and spend, you know, $10, $20 on gas a month, I think it's great. Absolutely great. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. Second reason you should commute on a motorcycle is because, as I talked about in my last video on the Grom, motorcycling's fun. You know? Just like Quentin Tarantino said, why do you do it? Because it's fun, Jan.
Why not let us imagine?
Because it's so much fun, Jan. Get it?
Practical. Absolutely. On this, no, probably not. You know, well, I can fit everything theoretically that I need for a day of work in my backpack, which I have on now, but having alternate sets of gear, a toolkit, etc., which is why I put bags on the Rebel, is something that I found fairly important if you're going to be commuting to work on a motorcycle. And, you know, there are motorcycles far better suited to commuting than cruisers or, you know, any of the bikes that I own. One of my coworkers has a BMW adventure bike, and I'm pretty sure that she could fit everything she needs to work for a whole year in that motorcycle and still have room to stick a helmet in it and all of her weird survival stuff that I'm sure she has in there. So, yes, it's absolutely practical to commute to work on a motorcycle if, when you purchase your motorcycle, you have commuting in mind. Now, I would not ride the Grom to work every day. That being said, once warmer weather comes around, I will probably ride the Grom. Ugh. That being said, once I can't speak today. That being said, once warmer weather comes around, I will probably ride the Grom to work at least a couple of times. Nobody wants to wave at the Grom, man. Whatever. Their loss. Probably shouldn't weave like that in the city. I'm gonna get pulled over because they think I'm drunk. I don't care, it's fun. So, we've touched on, is it something you should do? Yes. Is it practical? Yes, as long as you make smart decisions. Pizza sounds good. Where could I get pizza? So, Third question, probably the one I get the most, is commuting to work on a motorcycle for me, right? And what I tell people is, you know, it's definitely more mentally intensive than driving a car to work. A lot of people can safely, you know, pour their coffee into their to-go cup and just meander into their car in the morning and safely navigate to and from their job. And the state of mind that it takes to do that is very different from the state of mind you have to have if you're going to be riding a motorcycle. And, you know, that's because, you know, for the most part, motorcycles, you have to pay attention to everything you're doing. It's not gonna keep itself straight. It's not gonna, you know, lane correct for you like a lot of the new cars do and stuff like that. So you have to be vigilant and functional to ride to work or commute from point A to point Z, whether it's for your job or whatever, on a motorcycle. So bear that in mind. And the fact that you do not right off the bat have all the creature comforts on a motorcycle that you would have on a car, I think are the two real deciding factors for a lot of people as to whether they're just going to ride for fun when it's nice out and they don't have anywhere particular to be, or they're just going out for leisurely things. And people who commute, is you have to be prepared for the fact that, you know, if I get cold out here and I don't have my cold weather gear, there's not a heater I can turn on. And, you know, in the summer, if you overheat, there's certainly not air conditioning, besides going faster and unzipping your jacket a little bit. But you're not going to have those sort of creature comforts. You don't have heated seats and steering wheel unless you own a BMW. You know, but then you're talking about shelling out a boatload of money for a motorcycle, which I don't think, and I could be completely wrong in this, I don't think people who are looking to buy a motorcycle for the reason to commute to work for the reasons that I commute to work on a motorcycle are looking to spend $20,000 or $30,000 on a motorcycle. But I could be wrong, you know. I can see that if you don't have a vehicle and you come to the decision that that motorcycle is going to be your primary vehicle, and you want it to have every bell and whistle under the sun and be super reliable and have a, you know, 500,000 mile warranty, or, you know, whatever. That sounds reasonable, right? 500,000 miles. That, you know, you're going to invest a lot of money in a motorcycle, and in that case, I think sort of on the bell curve there, you get what you pay for to an extent. I think you reach a point in paying for motorcycles that, you know, you get diminishing returns on how much money you're spending. But, you know, a $10,000 motorcycle from a dealership is always, for the most part, going to be better than a $1,000 motorcycle from Craigslist. In review, I feel like if you know what you're getting yourself into and you make smart decisions in your pre-planning for what you're going to be doing and how you're going to be doing it, I think that commuting to work on a motorcycle is an absolutely fabulous idea.